Hello everyone, Flying Dutchie here. Welcome to part 3 in the tutorial for Victoria 2 for complete beginners. In this episode we are going to talk about the pop system and what the ideal amount of pops is you want in your country. Every pop does something else, and just let's go and start talking about everything. So I just opened the population menu, and maybe we should just go from left to right. So, the first things first, let's just click on Sweden, are your aristocrats. Your aristocrats are rich people that own RGOs, and I will show you what that is. So we only have almost 5,000 in Sweden, and that's it. There are not that many. Now when you click on, for example, Stockholm, you can see, here is your state admin efficiency from your bureaucrats, and here you can see we have 0.6% aristocrats on the RGO owner percents. What is an RGO, Dutchie? You said it 3 times already. It's a... Well, can I... no, it's a... Never mind. An RGO is just what you produce in a country. I actually forgot what it is standing for exactly anymore, but if someone maybe in the reaction tab can tell this, then you will know it as well. But this is the RGO, the coal. The people that are working in the coal mine. Now we can see over here that there is farmlands over here on Stockholm. You can also see it on the map. You see farms, and when you go to the terrain map mode, it's saying farmlands. And the current employees in the RGO are 25,250 laborers. These laborers are working the coal mine. We can have a total of 40,000 in this coal mine, and then this RGO is full. It is 63% filled. We are selling coal because we don't need all the coal apparently. I'm not sure. And here you can see how much coal this RGO in Stockholm is making. We have an output efficiency of 140.59%. And that is because we have a RGO output efficiency tag that we also get increased by technology. And the owners, the aristocrats, give 0.59% boost to the output efficiency, so how much coal our laborers are making. And the throughput is just how much our laborers are making. We have 63% filled. That means that we have 63% throughput from our laborers, which is the last line, and we have a technology that gives 15%. So the base, the output is the base times the throughput times the output. So it's the base times 72.59% times 140.59%. And that means that it's 2.4 times 0.7259 times 1.4059 makes 2.45. So the base output is almost the output, because the throughput is lower and the output is higher. And the aristocrats give you a small bonus to output efficiency. And they are not interested. They are not an interesting pop type. You don't want to promote people to become aristocrats to 2%. And you should never get more than 2%, because then they are a waste. They don't do anything for your state. So you want 2% as a maximum, and you should not focus on them. They just take some money from this RGO, and they help a little bit with the output efficiency. That's it. So these pops are not really interesting. If you go to Uppsala, for example, you can see that it's statewide, the aristocrats. We have 0.6 in this state. If you go to this state, you have 0.8. And the 0.8 are giving us 0.84% efficiency over here. Now this is a mine, the coal mine. Now the coal mine is having an output efficiency of 140% because we have a very good technology level. on coal mining. But if you go to farms over here, this is an farm RGO. 62,000 farmers is 52% employed here. And that gives a throughput of 52% times the 25% efficiency from our farming tech, which is lower. And we have an output efficiency of 135% because we have 100 base. We have 0.84% aristocrats, so we have 0.84 from the aristocrats, and we have only 35% output efficiency tech. So the base output is 5.4, but we only make 4.8 because our technology for farming output is not that great. So with technology you can also get more coal and more iron out of your mines, and that's also very important. But that were the aristocrats. They own the RGOs, they pay themselves a lot, and they give a small bonus. Now the artisans, we already talked about it. They make... Well, I can actually... That is interesting. We will deselect, we will select all our artisans in Sweden. They're making glass, luxury furniture, wine, lumber, clothes, explosives, artillery. Yes, there are people that are making artillery at their homes. It's so funny. Cement that you need for your upkeep for your factories, and so on, and so on, and so on. They make ammunition, they make fabric, paper, and these people are just your one-person factories. And they are not interesting, and they will demote to craftsmen and clerks and so on later in the game. So you also don't want to focus on artisans. They will become less and less later in the game. Then the bureaucrats, and these are important. We have only that many bureaucrats in our country. And what do? Well, first of all, when you go to a state, there is a state admin efficiency, which is different in each state. Here in Norway we have 81%, here we have 50%, here we have 29%. You want to try this to get to 100%. And that is 1% of the state population. If you have more than 1%, the bureaucrats over there are wasted. They don't do anything anymore. Now there is also, and I will have to open something on Wikipedia before I forget to talk about it. The state admin efficiency decides how quickly you promote and demote your pops in a state. So if I'm focusing on clergymen where there is 100% admin efficiency, we will get clergymen way quicker. So I'm expecting that the clergymen in Svealand will go up quicker than in Götaland. Because we only have 29% state admin efficiency over here. And they also have an effect on the national level. And that decides how much goods our pops need. Let me actually have a look if I can see it somewhere. You can also click on your bureaucrats and you can see how they change. Can I see what they need? Yeah, over here. Can I see that for a group? Maybe for a bigger group, like the farmers. So this number should go down when we have more state admin efficiency. And you can see your state admin efficiency over here. We have only 24%. And that's not the only thing. They also decide how good your social reforms work and how much tariffs you get from people that are buying stuff from the world market. So if you have 100 admin efficiency, we make more money from the tariffs as well. So you just want to have this number at 100. You want your states to have 100% here, which is 1% of the total population. And then you do not want any more, because then they are wasted. That's what you want to do with your bureaucrats. Now, We are focusing on paying the bureaucrats 100%, so people will promote to bureaucrats because they get paid a lot. And that is what I was showing over here. Well, actually, I should click on other type. Let's take the farmers. Farmers have 12.5% tension, or whatever it's called, to become a bureaucrat. And why is that? They have a literacy above 80%, which gives 2.5%. And the administration is above 50%. And I think they mean with administration this slider. If I do this, 49%. Well, maybe it's a state one, actually. Maybe I have to unpause the game to see that effect over here. But the more you pay, the more quickly the people want to become that pop type. So, the bureaucrats are important, but you don't want too much of them. Then we go to capitalists. We have 2 capitalists. Capitalists are important for your factory. When you have capitalists, you can see their percentage here, and they give a boost to... What was it actually? Capitalists give a boost to the... what was it again? The input efficiency. So, if you have more capitalists, you need less goods to make the same amount of goods. If you needed 1 wood for 1 lumber, if you have capitalists, you need maybe 0.8 wood for 1 lumber. And that makes your factories very more profitable. Also, your infrastructure will give a bonus, but we will go over that later. And you can also see that the craftsmen and clerks are your employees for your factory. So let's talk about those. You cannot have, there's no limit on capitalists. They are just always doing stuff. And you could focus on them, but at the start of the game you want to focus on clergymen, maybe clerks as well. But we'll go over that next. First we have the clergyman. Now we talked about the clergyman already. You want at least 2% of your population to be a clergyman, because you get more research. And also, they teach your people how to read. They increase the literacy. At this point, you can see that this number is going up, but slightly. If we would get 4% clergymen in Götaland, their literacy rate will go up quicker. And that is the limit for clergymen. You don't want to have more than 4% of clergymen in your states, because everyone who is above 4% won't increase the literacy, and they won't increase the research points, so they are completely useless. Then you can better make them a clerk in a factory, for example, or a soldier or whatever. So 2% first for the research and 4% as a maximum to get the literacy rate up, going up as quickly as you can. That are the clergymen. Then we have the clerks. We have no clerks because these are the unskilled laborers in your factories. 1 clerk just makes a good from A to B. The more clerks, the more goods you need to make more goods. And that's it. You want as many as you can field in a factory. So we will go over this when we build a factory. And then I will show you what the rate you want to have for craftsmen and clerks. And that will go to the next one, the clerks. Oh, these were the clerks, these were the craftsmen. So the craftsmen are the unskilled laborers in the factories. You just want as much as you want in your factory. And you will try to get 80% of your factory filled with craftsmen and 20% with the clerks. Now these are skilled laborers. And the clerks also provide research points. Now, it's not listed over here because we don't have a single clerk right now. But you can get, I think, 4% of your population as a maximum. and get research point from it. So clergymen is 2%, I think clerks are 4%. Let me check again. The Wikipedia. No, 0.5%. So clergymen 2%, clerks 0.5%, and they provide a little bit of research. But the most important thing what they provide is a better output from your factory. If you have 20% clerks and 80% craftsmen, for example, we have 200 clerks and 800 craftsmen, the 200 clerks will give 50% output efficiency. So you make 50% more goods thanks to the clerks. They do get paid a bit more, but they are really useful for your factories to produce more goods. So 20% clerks, 80% craftsmen. If you have 21% clerks, the 1% that you have over the limit won't contribute anything. So that's a complete waste. So you want to stick below 20%. 20% is the hard cap. And that are the clerks. We will get these later in the game. Now, the farmers, of course, just farm on the RGOs. The laborers are also doing their jobs on the RGOs. Then there are officers. We have 200 and... No, we have more. We have 1100 officers in our country. Now, officers are also promoted by the slider over here. You can see them in the list, so officers and soldiers. So we will get more officers by focusing on military spending. And I think you want 0.2% of your population to be officers as a maximum. Because then you get the maximum amount of leadership points, and that is over here. We now have 0.10%. Now, I will be focusing on our military spending, and then suddenly we will be at 0.2%, and then we get more leadership points, and the leadership points give us more military points. We now have 8 points from leaders. And I think that goes up to a certain amount, and that will increase our ranking, and then we can maybe become a great power. And they, of course, are leaders for your armies. Now, that was that pop. Slaves, you don't want slaves. Slaves are terrible. They are less effective farmers that you cannot tax, I think. And you never want slaves. And soldiers, of course, you can just have as many as you want. The more soldiers, the more armies you can make. And that are the pops. So at the start of the game, we'll focus on clergymen to get to 2%. The bureaucrats need to go to 1%. Then we will start focusing on maybe some clerks, so we can get clerks and craftsmen in our first factory. And maybe sometimes you want to focus on soldiers. Those are the main pops you want to focus on with your points and with your sliders. Now, that was the population. We did a lot of things already. You can build forts. Forts are just giving a siege bonus. Naval base, we already told you. More colonial power, and you can build better ships. Railroads are good for the infrastructure of the state, so your factories work better. Here you can make a rally point. I wish we had this in EU4. Every unit that is built over here and every ship that is built over here will automatically go to Stockholm now, which is a really good thing. You can also see some crime things over here. We are doing a lot of crime fighting because we have a high administrative spending, which is this slider, the administration. The higher you have this, the higher the crime fighting. The highest we can do is 39.5%. So yeah, that is what we are going to try to do. Is there anything else? Yeah, this is the militancy. And then just by playing you will learn the game. That's the best way to learn the game. I think I explained everything, and now we just have to learn how the battles work. We have to go over it. one unit is 3,000 pops, one brigade. And all units have their own thing. I think I did everything now. So I think we can start playing a bit. Let me check one more time. Yeah, we are buying the Clipper convoys because we want to get some transports. Hopefully we can. We are doing medicine research. We are not at war, so we are not spending on our land units. We spend as less as we can on our navy. We will buy construction goods. We will promote clergymen and bureaucrats and soldiers and leaders. And we try to get as many tariffs because we are very poor. Now let's unpause the game. Spacebar. We are on speed 1 now. You can also press the plus button. Go to speed 3, for example. Now let's see how our money goes, our balance. We are actually breaking even. Okay, this is very good actually. We are making a tiny bit of money. And you can see exactly what is happening. We have a total income of 113 and the expense is 100. We are buying up our national stockpile. So are we actually getting the clippers? Yes! We are getting clippers. Maybe I should try to get some machine parts as well. I don't know, 100? How expensive are they? Ooh, that is 3,000. Let's get 50. 48. Let's see if we can buy these up as well. Yeah, there we go. That is very nice to have, because what can we do now? We can build a navy in the military screen. And here we can build clippers. And we need 7 for one of them to build, or what is it? I think this tells that they have said that we need 7 clippers. We bought 20, I think. So if I build these... Yeah, we need 7.1 clipper convoys to build a clipper transport. Now we just bought 20 from the market. I want to buy a bit more actually. Let's get another 20 before the great powers are gonna buy it, and then we can't get it anymore because our rank is too low. Are we buying more? Yes, we are. This is so nice. It's very good. We can build a couple more navies. Let's get 3 more. I just built 1 in each province, so built 6. We have already 3 here. Then we have 9 transports. Then we can transport 9 brigades, which is 27,000 troops. We have a couple of frigates and a couple of man-o-wars. These man-o-wars also give a bit of colonial power. Does it tell you how much we get from the ships? No. And there's a force limit of ships and, of course, military. I'm so happy we are going to build these transports. So maybe you should try to do this manually, because otherwise it's going to be really hard. Nice. Now we will just automate it now again. So we will click automate, and the machine parts will be automated as well. Hopefully they're not going to sell it. Are they going to sell it? No. Really? So it's a stockpile with stocks. These are our stocks. So we are buying them and selling them for a higher price. And you can play that game if you want. I mean, it's not, in my opinion, what the game is all about. Well, a little bit. So yeah, you can do it. I will not automate this because I don't want to sell them. No, I told my stockpile to buy up so many. Oh, so when you... Oh my god, this slider made us buy 83... We lose all our money on our on the clippers. Let's automate it and sell them again. We should sell them because we are not using them. Maybe I should build a couple more. Now we can actually do it. So. Yeah, now we should get money from it. We took a loan because we we were getting a lot of them actually. Now let's talk a bit about the army as well. Let's split this in half. So we have a dragoon. And a dragoon is giving 1 reconnaissance. And here you can see the recon efficiency. Now you want this number preferably at 100%. They reduce the dig-in bonus of enemy armies and speed up the sieges. If you attack an army that is standing still, they dig themselves in these graves, right? And when you have recon, you can get rid of it. Over time, I think. And when you build a hussar, they have a reconnaissance of 2. That means that 1 hussar can give reconnaissance for a 10 brigade army. So in a normal army you build 4 infantry, 1 hussar and 5 cannons. The hussar goes on the front line, so it is a protection for one of your artillery. And then all your 5 artilleries have a unit in front of them, so they are protected and they stay at the lower back, because then they do more damage. They do 200% at the support line, which is the second line when you fight an army, but I will show it when we will fight an army. So we do have some reconnaissance here by the dragoon. In the other army we have a hussar, so this one will give more reconnaissance. So we have 5 in the front row. Guard, 3 infantry. Guards are just better than infantry, but they are also more expensive. Which is why I never build them. Because it's all about cannons this game. So if I build 5 cannons in this army, we will have a very good army. So I will build at least 5 cannons. And they need to get the artillery pieces, the canned food. Do they need wine? I think they need wine. I think you need wine for artillery. Why is that? That's so stupid. Why do you need wine? I don't know. I think it's very funny. And this army also can use 5 cannons, because we have 4 plus 1 on the front row. So let's get 5 on the back row, the support line, where they do 200% more damage. So I built the rest of the armies that we can build with the certain amount of soldiers we have right now. And that's going to take time, because they need to get all their goods. And as you can see, they are buying it from the market and we don't have the money for it. And they need to pay tariffs, I think. How are we doing on clippers? Yeah, we still have some in the stock. I think we are slowly selling them. You can see the price going up from this, and the machine parts will go up soon as well. So yeah, we are not making any money, unfortunately. Actually, we are losing money and we are slowly borrowing a little bit more over time. I can lower the construction to 50%. Maybe that will help with the money. No, not really. But yeah, if you need to buy stuff, it's just more expensive. And we need to buy all the things for all these artilleries, and that's gonna take a long time. You can see that we are not buying anything at this point anymore. These are now in the list and we are not buying the goods. That is because other people that are in front of our ranking are also building artillery, I think. It could also be that I did just lower the budget. Let's see if they are gonna keep buying the stuff now. No. So we do not have access to canned food, wine and liquor. Well, we do, because of our artisans make some of it. But we also need them for our upkeep for the army and stuff. And then you have a problem again. And that is how it goes all the time. Now you see in this ledger here that our national focus Our clergymen are getting higher. When this is at 2%, we need to change it. This will slowly increase our teaching of our people. And they give more research points. This number, 10.75, goes up slowly. And then we make more research and then we can take technologies quicker. Now, I'm very happy that I was able to buy these and build these clipper convoys. Yeah, we are really not getting these artilleries, I think. No. There we go. They all assembled over here. Still a couple are on their way. And it's just gonna take time. Until we have all these things. What I can do temporarily is maybe lower the defense spending, the military spending. Maybe we should just lower this to 20%. Until we can actually buy the stuff. Maybe we will make a surplus now. I hope, at least. Yeah, we are finally making a small... Well, no, it's going down again. Oh, we are slowly getting the stuff for our artillery. Yeah, and there's only one unit. Then we have to buy all the stuff for this one and this one. And that is why you want to have an artillery factory. And a wine factory and a liquor factory and a canned food factory in your own country. Because then you're going to have access to these goods all the time. Now, let's see if there are any wars going on. Yeah, the Ottomans are still at war. Sometimes the Netherlands goes to war with Belgium, take their course back, because the Belgium broke free in 1815. Why do I not know that? That's actually terrible. But I think it was 1815. So it's only 21 years ago. So the Netherlands have course on the Belgians. Now, to showcase how the war goes, I think that is what we are going to do in the next episode. We will go to war. And we will show that works on Sokoto. We really want the population density. We want the states from Sokoto, because there are a lot of people living here we can tax. And that's not all. I think there is also... Yeah, there's our first cotton that we can get. We don't have cotton right now. And there's also fruit. And I don't think we have fruit. Now, I would love to take the this state of Sokoto. But this is the capital of Sokoto. You can see it with the red dot. So this state is his capital state. And you cannot take the capital state. But I will show that in the next episode, guys. Thanks for watching. And I hope to see you in the episode number 4. Thanks for watching and bye bye.